So, elders, leaders, community members, it is, of course, wonderful to be back here in Vancouver, to be among friends, family, and colleagues, and to talk about the important work that you are carrying forward, developing a province-wide First Nations justice strategy in partnership with the provincial government, work that is so urgent, vital, and long overdue. It is recognized that if we do not voice what is true and pass it on, our societies will fracture and erode. Providing advice, pushing and challenging, sharing perspectives of lived Indigenous experience, providing a lens into the reality of being Indigenous, the federal government has fallen back once again into a pattern of trying to, quote, manage the problem with Indigenous peoples and make incremental and limited shifts rather than transforming the status quo. In my view, it is never appropriate or proper to have as a goal managing the challenges and the byproducts of colonialism. The goal must be to right the wrongs, to address the wrongs, to change patterns, transform the foundations, and all that we do must be framed to achieve these goals. Reconciliation is a challenge that is vital to the survival and well-being of children, women, and communities across this country. To meet this challenge, hard choices, innovative actions, transformation in laws and policies, new understandings and attitudes, and new patterns of behavior are needed. Long-term vision is needed. A willingness to think concretely about the next generation is needed, and how to build that. The leadership to not take for granted the status quo of how things are, and to challenge them. The strength to know that this requires working across party lines, building support for bold ideas that can endure. Over the last number of years, and especially over the last number of months, I have heard from Canadians all across the country yearning for this new kind of politics. And in this regard, I think we, as Indigenous peoples and leaders, have much to share and teach the rest of the country.
One of the underlying lessons that some observers have noted is that there was a serious clash of cultures. In theory, there is a desire for diversity among people in politics. In reality, it seems that Ottawa is not entirely ready for people who approach leadership and responsibility from different worldviews. As a result, some voices were not heard or were not understood. And some have criticized me and Jody as being naive, as not understanding how things are done. Those critics failed to realize that the way things have always been done may not meet the standard of what Canadians expect from their political leaders.